YouTube? This is your boy Alex. I'm making a sports video. Alright, now I did say I was going to try to explain why Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl and why the San Francisco 49ers lost, but that's probably not going to be until... Probably ain't going to be able to make the video because there's some more football, some more smash mouth in your face football. Now a lot of people are like, I saw the Super Bowl, I had my football fix, now I want to go on to basketball, baseball, and other sports. But as you do know, Vince McMahon, chairman of the WWE, that's World Wrestling Entertainment, has brought the XFL back. And its first game is probably going to be, I think, Sunday. I'll double check. It's either Saturday or Sunday. And it's going to be the LA Wildcats in Los Angeles. And it's going to be the Dallas Renegades versus the LA Wildcats. To me, when you bring the XFL back, it's like we've seen this before. Like, no, we've seen this before. If we go back 14 years ago from today, because I'm 34 years old. It may not seem like I'm 34, but I am 34 years old, so it is like 14 years ago. That's like a decade and a half ago. If we look at it, Vince McMahon tried this once before. He tried to have his own professional football league. And there was some kind of success, but it wasn't the success he was looking for. You saw the advertisement, you saw the commercials. People in the NFL was making fun of Vince McMahon, saying, what is a billionaire who does professional wrestling trying to do football for? That was the running joke, and Vince McMahon was determined to prove them wrong. Now, for almost 3 years, that's what it seemed like. It seemed like he was actually going to prove them wrong. He started this like in the late 1990s, like 1999 or 2000, and he came to an end in 2002. Early 2003, somewhere around in there is where it came to an end. The ratings failed, and Vince McMahon lost almost millions of dollars because a lot of people were complaining that they weren't getting paid on contracts. They would play a half a season or a whole season, and they wasn't getting paid their money. And coaches and assistant coaches were not getting paid enough money to coach this new football league. Now, the good thing about Vince McMahon doing this is that it gives professional football players who can't play in the NFL, who can't play in the Canadian Football League, a chance at playing professional football and being on primetime television. That's the good part. What makes it even better is that if you got cut by an NFL football team, you get a chance to show the NFL that you can play at a high competitive level. They have a lot of players that graduated from high school and college, and guess what? They're getting their chance to show that they should play in the NFL. So you can imagine that this is good for the football players. Now, as a sports fan, if all you love is football, then you'll be looking forward to watching football. But we've seen this before. The only concern I have with the XFL making its return to football is this going to be long-term or is this going to be short-term? Is Vince McMahon going to repeat the same mistake, or is he going to learn from his mistake? Because he's known for professional wrestling. He's known for entertainment. And when you try to cross over into the world of sports, like basketball or football, you have to know what you're doing. You have to have the money available. You have to prove without a shadow of a doubt, can your sport, can your league survive if you put it in the hands of right people? And this is like taking a big, big gamble. Now, I'll watch it because it's smash mouth football. You got two of these new football teams, the LA Wildcats and the Dallas Renegades. You know, Dallas is coming to Los Angeles, and it seemed like it's going to be a very competitive football game. It seems like the LA Wildcats probably might win by a touchdown or a field goal. You know, I'm probably going to say the score is probably going to be 29-25. I'm not going to pick no over-the-top score like I do with the NFL football predictions. The reason why I'm not going to set no high score is because it's the first game of the season. There's preseason and then there's the season. So we don't know if this is preseason or season. So let's not get ahead of ourselves and just make a crazy score and things of that nature. And plus, I'm going to watch like at least 5 or 6 of these football games to see if these games are real and legit. Now, they got some former NFL coaches. They got some former assistant NFL coaches that's on these football teams. So it does strongly affiliate with the NFL. That's also good. But is the television ratings going to reflect that? Is people going to watch this new football? Because I like the fact that he called it, you know, the XFL extreme football or whatever he used to call it. So this is his second shot at football. Now, I like the fact that Vince McMahon is trying to do something different besides wrestling, but the NFL is going to watch this very closely. I mean, think about it. When you hear rumors about certain football players not doing too good in the NFL, just imagine if Antonio Brown got picked up on one of these football teams. Just look what that could do for Vince McMahon's new football league. Now, I hear they supposedly, I don't know how true it is yet, because I have to watch at least 5 or 6 games and do some more research, because this just came from out of nowhere and it popped up on my phone, you know, order your tickets now, you know, XFL, that Johnny Football is going to make his return, come back to football. Now, we all know who Johnny Football is. He was on the Cleveland Browns for about 2 or 3 seasons. Then he had his little meltdown, and then he was out of the NFL. And he's supposed to be making a comeback in his late 20s, early 30s. I mean, he's still in great athletic shape, still can throw the football, but is he going to actually reform and change and show that he still can play at a high level? We never got to see what he could do in his prime. So there's going to be a lot of players that you recognize from the NFL, and then you're going to notice there are some coaches and assistant coaches that you're going to recognize from the NFL. So this is just the first game. It might just be preseason or the first season game. Nothing to get too happy or excited about. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this football league can do this time. But I'm going to watch 5 or 6 games, and I'm going to start looking at the television ratings to see if anyone's going to want to watch. People will watch football. Problem is, can you get the average television goer to watch this new football? Because a lot of people are going to compare the XFL to the NFL. Sorry about that. That was an ambulance. I'm filming on location. So this is just a small, short video on my sports channel. And then it's off back to taking a break. So I'll make some sports videos every now and then. But this is just because the game's coming up this week. It's probably preseason or the first season of the game, one or the other. You know, the score, I predict LA Wildcats should win, 29-25. And it'll be a close competitive game. I don't expect no blowout. If there is a blowout, I'll be surprised. I'm going to try to give it a shot. I'm going to try to watch 5 or 6 games and see how it goes. And if it turns out to be very good, we might make some videos in between. Can't guarantee it. Until next time, peace.